Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Son.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And it's your boy, The Ruck Report.
So we got college football.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot going on. Well, yeah, we got some stuff going on. But before we get into stuff.
Not too much going on, but.
Before we get into stuff, okay? If anyone watches this show, if anyone knows college football, they know who my arch enemy is. And who would that be, gentlemen?
Nick Saban.
Yes, it is. If you don't know who Nick Saban is, he was Jesus' brother.
Yo.
He got dropped down from heaven. So
you dumb. You dumb for that one.
Nick Saban and his crew of cronies, including that fake-ass coach, Lane Kiffin, who I don't know how he still got a job.
Again, you know, he's another person.
Fail up. Say it.
Failed up.
Failed up.
Crazy.
Failed up. Up and up and up.
So they got a young man. What's his name? Chris
Smith.
No.
I'm sorry. No. Marquis Smith.
Marquis Smith. That's his name? Marquis Smith?
Marquis Smith or Marcus Smith is one of the two.
Smith. What does it say, Smith?
I believe it's Marquis.
So
90% confident.
He played a total of 2 games for 4 years while at Alabama for 4 years. Close to 5 years. Now, mind you, this man graduated, trying to get his grad, going on, trying to get his master's. So he asked Nick Saban and his crew of disciples, can I leave? They say, why? He said, because I'm not getting any playing time. So they say, no, my brother. You are going to get more playing time. He said, nigga, where? Okay. His mom had to step in. Now, you know what's real when your mom step in. She coming with the house shoes and the house coat.
Mom did step in.
She said, listen, my son been here a combined total of 4 years, graduated, damn near got 2 degrees. Y'all need to let him go. They said, we cannot do that because he will get significant playing time. So then he says, you know what?
Not significant playing time, that he'll be an intricate role this year.
Yeah, okay.
AKA specialty.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
Kickoff.
Just kickoff.
That's it.
Not even punt return.
So then he goes, okay, well, since I can't play, I want to go to the University of Georgia where the defensive coordinator
Kirby Smart
is at. And, I know him because he recruited me, so that's where I want to go. They said, no, we can't because it violates the SEC Code of Conduct policy if you go from place to place. Now, mind you, if you guys don't know, once you graduate college, you can go to any team. You don't have to sit out a year. So this man, he can go to University of Arkansas, Alaska. It doesn't matter because he has
and play right away.
So
if the coach doesn't block him.
There we go.
Because the coach could always set up certain
I didn't even get that point.
All right, go ahead.
I didn't get that point. So this young man said, you know what? I just want to go play. You guys got something going on here. I want to go play. He said, no, because we can't. So they blocked him. So his mom said, well, why are you blocking my son? They said, well, we're not blocking him. He just can't play for another SEC school. But that's a lie because it's a few players that actually did that. And there was no issues. So my question is.
One that came from him, one of their wide receivers who left Alabama, and Nick Saban allowed him to go to Missouri, another SEC school.
Because
but you gotta say why though. He knew that dude leaving wouldn't be no threat. He's not scared of Missouri.
Exactly.
He's scared of Georgia.
Exactly.
Well, listen, he can be scared of Georgia, but Georgia, they wouldn't even see Georgia this year unless they played in the SEC championship game. And I can tell you this right now, Georgia is not making the SEC championship game. Georgia, Georgia ain't that. Georgia not that kind of good this year. So why not let the man go? Why not let the man be free? Why not let the man get a shot?
It's Nick Saban, man.
See, but and that's the thing. Like when college players talk about they want to get paid, they want to do this, they want to do that. This is where I have my argument because these coaches in school have too much power. Like that's like you saying, "Yo, listen, man, I want to do my microbiology study at this school." No, you can't leave because that violates. How is it violating? Like these are college kids. They should be able to go wherever the hell they want to go, long as everything is clear. This man graduated. He's a grad student. I never heard no shit like this. You know what I mean?
Listen,
so
man,
let him go.
Again, my whole thing about it is when you look at it, and again, we may feel like Georgia isn't going to be that good. Historically, they've been strong. They've always finished strong. that program. Mark Richt didn't leave that program empty.
No, he
didn't. They have a full cover. So I know they got to go through LSU. I know they got to go through Auburn and teams like that. But again,
Florida.
I can tell you right now,
Nick Saban,
they ain't beating LSU.
No,
they ain't beating LSU.
Bama really might not beat LSU.
They might not.
So again, this is Saban protecting his interests, man. And that's just what it is.
And you know what? But they just have too much power. You know what I mean?
Way too much power.
They have too much power. So, again, people looking at, okay, it's not a big deal. Yes, it is, because now what's going to happen is, okay, now you can't go here. Now you can't go there. Now you can't go there.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to lead to something, and which it has already led to something. And I know it seems small, but when you look at NCAA football, college football on the game system, you can't even play now because, like these coaches have so much power, and these kids like, listen, just give us a little more. That's all you got to do. Give us a little more. These kids want to see themselves on the
Master,
game.
Can I have some more, please?
Exactly. Like,
Master.
And
so
shouts out to Northwestern.
Straight Django.
Because that's what it is. Shouts out to Northwestern. Even though they failed, but they was trying to get a player union because these players, they get the shit beat out of them.
But let me tell you this, though. That's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because they made as much headway as they did in Northwestern, it's going to happen.
Yes, it is.
And especially in the Big Ten, it's going to happen. Either college football or college basketball will have that at some point.
Yeah.
I can see that in the near future, very near future.
I just would like to see where these guys are treated fairly. Again, because you got these schools making billions of dollars with these contracts, and these kids getting $1,000 a month for stipend. These parents' lights get cut off, and these kids trying to get a job, and you're like, don't get a job, enjoy college life.
No. Not don't get a job. You cannot have a job
thank you.
if you are a college football or basketball player. Everybody else's rules are different. But if you're a football, black sport, or basketball, black sport, you cannot have a job. It is forbidden. Can't do it.
Yeah. But then you want to tell a player, oh, you need to stay focused. Well, you try to tell me to stay focused when my mother's crying on the phone saying, listen, our lights got cut off again and we have nothing to eat. You tell a player to stay calm and to not sell his memorabilia so he can make sure the family eat, and you call him an asshole. No, you call these schools assholes who don't give these kids money. I don't give a fuck what you say. If my mom's lights getting cut off, you damn right I'm selling some jerseys, cleats, t-shirt, drawers, whatever I got to do to make sure
that's going to continue to happen. But the problem will always be is because the NFL in all its wisdom a long time ago said, listen, we're not going to let anybody play this game that's less than 20, 21 years old. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Because of the physicality of football. Again, at some point, if these college kids are able to pull together a union, you may even see that change.
Yep.
But I think things like this only deter some of these other athletes from going to big school. So you may see, even though it may not hurt initially, but you may see some kids that say, all right, I don't want to go to Bama. If he's going to do him like that, he might do me like that. I mean, we've seen all the kids that left Baylor.
There we go.
So.
Well, Baylor out there beating bitches up.
Yeah.
You know what I got to say?
It's that lean, son.
You know what I got to say?
It's that lean at Texas T.
To both of you. How dare you? How dare both of you sit up here? You sit up
I'm
here.
not trying to.
No, both of you two. You two sit up here advocating for equal rights and shit. Say like these players is actual human beings and people and shit. What's wrong with y'all? Listen. Let me tell you something. You get on the plantation, you do what Master say. And when Master say you can leave, you can leave.
I ain't picking no more cotton.
All right? If Master say you can't leave, you stuck.
Speaking of Master, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that college football poll. So I see they got what they got. Bama 1, Clemson 2,
Oklahoma 3.
What a joke.
Straight disrespect to Ohio State.
No. I gotta be honest. I thought it's too high. Listen,
what are you guys?
I'm a Buckeye born and bred. Well, not really, but that's how I feel. But I love me. I bleed scarlet and gray.
Well, your blood is red when it gets cut.
That's why I bleed scarlet and gray. Now,
shut it, dude.
But listen, Ohio State is a really, really young team. With the exception of a few players and JT Barrett, I don't know if we're going to be able to maintain that. Mind you, now you got to remember week 2, we got to play Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Up in Oklahoma. Listen, I ain't afraid of Mayfield, but
the reason I say that, though,
they're just a more experienced team, and I don't know if the talent will catch up to the experience quick enough for that 5th spot to hold true.
And you are right, because Oklahoma, because they do play like good first half ball. Yeah, they play like from game 1 to 6. You know, well, they own. when they go to the Red River Shootout, they own, and then 6, and then I mean, they don't drop dramatically, but I know from 1 to 6, yo.
Don't nobody know how to drop a season worse than Bob Stoops, but the point that I want to make about Ohio State, who by the way, I just want to shout out, was ranked number 1 in the AP Top 25 all time ranking, was ranked number 1 OHIO. But I do think that their experience, their lack thereof of experience, is just going to catch up to them. I don't think they're going to be able to play at the level, that they did last year quick enough. Like I said, Oklahoma week 2, that's a tough matchup. That's a tough matchup for anybody, especially for a young team. If this was last year, I'd be like, this is easy money. Barbecue chicken from Steph Curry's mouth. But barbecue chicken. But that's not the case this year. We got a young team, and I don't know if we'll be able to bang with them boys.
You sound like Urban Meyers, man. Urban Meyers always backpedaling when you ask him a question. You ever notice Urban Meyers never say, you know what, I like what we got. He always backpedaling. I think that you've been listening to Urban Meyers too much.
He do that when he know what he got in the cabinet.
You know what? Look. He laughing. Yeah. Urban Meyer always backpedaling. Well, you know what? Well, we got a young team. Nigga, you've been having a young team since you had a fucking senior team. He always say that. Urban Meyer always say that. You think you slick. You're not going to get out of this one, goddammit.
All right, goddammit.
I tell you what, though.
You got me.
I tell you what. They keep disrespecting my Seminoles. Because what we do with that Florida State, we do it big. With crab legs and everything.
They doing the same thing they doing that.
Now, listen, okay.
Jameis Winston beat
no. Listen.
Wow, you
heard that, Jerry?
That's all right. That's all right. In Florida, it don't mean that. When they say stand your ground, that means
hit the deck.
That means you drop them things when I say so. All I gotta say is, listen. I said it earlier. We was talking about it offline, man. It's like, there are a lot of Heisman candidates that are in the ACC, and Clemson keep getting it twisted, man. We didn't get blown out by them. We blew that game. That was a very competitive game against Clemson that we had a shot to win. We didn't have our quarterback playing right. Evan Golson was hurt at that point. So we're there. He's gone. We got another little young stud in the back. We got Davin Cook in the backfield. Listen, boy. That boy fast.
I'm going to tell you two.
And we got some great wide receivers. It's going down.
2 players that I'm looking forward to seeing because it's like they revitalizing the running back is Christian McCaffrey and Fournette. I want to see what Fournette is going to do. Like when I said, I think he's the second coming to Adrian Peterson. Like he got all the hype out. Don't immediately listen.
Fuck Fournette. It's all about Christian McCaffrey.
Listen, I was about to say that. Listen,
you better get white chocolate in there.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey is an absolute monster.
Oh, you know what? Wait, check it out. I'm about to. This is a new name, Christian McCaffrey. That's his name.
Okay.
McCaffrey.
Now you're giving out a nickname.
McCaffrey.
That's what you're doing now?
There we go. Yeah.
Nicknames.
ESPN don't.
Right?
He said
tag it.
McCaffrey. That's his name.
You better get it. Yo, it's going to be interesting, man. But the top 10 to round it out, I mean, we got Alabama 1, Clemson 2, Oklahoma, Florida State, the Florida State University. Oh, shit. Ohio State.
You better say that name
Buckeyes.
right.
No, I ain't going to say it.
The Buckeyes.
I ain't going to say it. LSU, Stanford, Michigan, Notre Dame, and Tennessee. Now, one team that I think that was left off the list that I still think they have a real solid chance.
Florida, I know. Go ahead. Florida, I know. Go ahead.
Nah, really wasn't.
Watch. We're gonna smack both those teams.
Unless you got the water boy playing this year, I don't want to hear about Florida.
Watch. Go ahead.
Who you got?
Michigan State. I like Michigan State. Go Sparty. I like Michigan State. Oh, Shout out to my man Curtis Blackwell, Hampton University's finest, one of the DB coaches.
I mean, that's how we go. Listen, D'Antoni gonna always put out a team that's gonna be serviceable at the very least.
I think it's gonna be a good win.
Listen, now you guys might have a heart attack.
What you gonna say?
You guys might have a heart attack when I say this. Michigan gonna be ranked number 2 in the country at some point this year.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna have a heart attack with that because I agree.
They got a soft schedule to start. Their first 7 games ain't shit. They're gonna come out the gate. Listen, if we know it's one thing about Harbaugh, he gonna have them boys ready. Yeah. The problem that they're gonna have is they're not gonna play anybody, and then 3 weeks in a row they gotta go against Michigan State, they gotta go against Ohio State, and then they gotta go against Wisconsin. Bang, bang, bang.
Back to back.
Like their whole schedule is backloaded, and that's tough. That's tough.
So let me ask this question.
We know they're gonna fall to Ohio State.
Let me ask y'all this question because people have been talking about this a lot in the offseason. With LSU sitting at number 6,
yep.
With Fournette there, with the returning their quarterback, a couple of different wide receivers that have come back.
Bad quarterback, yeah, go ahead.
Bad quarterback, but for what they have.
What's the last good LSU quarterback? Don't you say that fat boy's name?
Don't you say
that fat boy's name?
Brohan Dave. Brohan.
It was straight Jamarcus.
Oh,
Russell.
I'm talking about Brohan.
I'm talking about Jamarcus.
Oh, I ain't talking about that.
Jamarcus is, but with this being said, right? If Les Miles does not get to the SEC championship, is he fired?
I got one thing to say about that.
He's been on the hot seat.
Hold on, I got one thing to say about that.
What? You just gonna clap it up? You just gonna clap it up real quick?
Hold on. I wish I had a ring on this finger so I could show you how you do
it. So, you think that he gone?
Yo, he got to, man. Listen, start recruiting good quarterbacks. What you want me to tell you? You got a good defense. You got a stud at running back.
Gotta have a quarterback, baby.
I agree.
Gotta have a quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't think Jamarcus was good in LSU.
No, he was not.
He wasn't good. He was just big and he had an arm.
He was bigger than everybody.
Yeah, like he was slow.
And then he had a good receiver.
He was lazy, and he had what's his name who went to Kansas City? He had Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So Dwayne Bowe covers up a lot of deficiency. Like he's a underrated wide receiver.
Okay, but we say that, right? But Bob Stoops had about 3 or 4 down years.
That's Bob Stoops. That's Oklahoma. That's Big 12 football. That's different. This SEC. This big boy time.
Listen, they lost to A&M. They lost the money.
They lost everybody.
And Bob still got a job, man.
Listen, Bob ain't going nowhere till he want to go somewhere. Bob is a lifer.
Wow.
You know what? Because he got that championship. And he took him to the championship. And he got some Heisman guys under him. So that's his claim to fame. Again,
it's agree. It's going to be interesting.
I agree with you.
Bob Stoops ain't getting fired.
Nope.
Unless he wants to leave and go somewhere like
I'll say this. If we're looking at the top 10, 2 coaches that I'm looking at that have to perform in this year throughout the whole season have to be my man Kelly at Notre Dame and Les Miles at LSU.
You know what?
Kelly,
he's okay.
He's all right. He's okay.
He's fine.
He's all right, but he has 2 quarterbacks that he really has to make a decision on how he's going to play.
He don't got 2 quarterbacks. Everybody knows who need to be the starting quarterback. We all see it. Yeah, but Zaire is the quarterback. We all seen it. We all seen it.
I seen it. I like Zaire.
He came. We're talking about the first start. They down, money on the line. 5 seconds left. He throw a dart.
Came through.
He got it. It's over. Listen, I mean.
Then you see David Robinson's son said he's not playing no more.
Well,
he's rich.
So. That can't be the
Admiral.
And he ain't gonna do nothing anyway, so that's a good choice.
Listen, man, they're listen. The only
anytime
bad thing,
you 6'5", you gonna get a paycheck from somebody.
The only hiccup that Notre Dame had last year, is they had to play Ohio State in the Fiesta Bowl. Like, come on, man, that's not fair for
somehow,
anybody.
I knew it was coming back to Ohio State.
That's not fair for nobody. That's not fair for anybody.
Yeah.
You're talking about a team that should have been playing for the national championship. You had to play them. They just drew a bad straw.
Wait. He's an idiot.
Yeah, he is.
He's an idiot.
Yes, he is.
Listen, we don't got to talk about the Michigan game, the Michigan State game, and the freaking horrible job that Urban Myers did.
Oh yeah,
not giving Zeke the ball. trusting in JT Barrett. Yeah, like
you know what?
Shout out to Zeke in that half shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Shout
out
to
him, kid.
Yeah, definitely.
Got a hamstring problem right now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, speaking of college football, it's a show on Netflix. It's called Last Chance U.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this community college team, JUCO. It's Eastern Mississippi Community College. And they won 4 of the 3 national championships. And, I mean, these boys can ball, so.
You want to say that one more time?
What?
You said they won 4 out of 3?
Yeah.
Or you mean 3 out of 4?
I'm sorry. 3 out of 4.
See, that's why LeBron your godson. Neither one of y'all count right.
You know what?
He said 4 out of 3.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say
nothing.
nothing.
Sound like LeBron at that Miami pep rally. We gonna win 5.
First of
6,
all, I didn't say nothing
4.
when Chris said that High was the first team to bring Connecticut a state championship. I ain't say nothing. I just said New Haven.
No, hold on.
All right.
No. But correct your boy. Don't have me out here looking crazy, son.
I did. I said New Haven.
Correct your boy, son.
New Haven.
I'm just helping you out, man.
You ain't helping me out. You threw me on a bus, nigga.
The Ohio bus.
No, listen, because somebody gonna be watching this. Fuck this motherfucker talking about 5-3.
Yo.
Just like somebody gonna be looking at that other interview. What are you talking about? We're the first championship to Connecticut. This is a champion every year. What are you talking about?
I said New Haven. But yeah, so it's really good. Like they got I know like one guy up top like I could think of is LeGarrette Blount. He went there. And I mean, you know, these dudes are clean. Like I mean, listen.
Don't even do it.
Okay.
You already said LeGarrette Blount.
Listen,
you know what they do.
LeGarrette 2 Blount.
Listen, I'm telling you, listen. When y'all get a chance, watch it. It's like it's really good. But it's just crazy because the town is like as big as this room, and it's shit there. They got like a town hall that's closed down. It's like a old rickety Mississippi town, like Chris
said, Mississippi.
Like yes, exactly. But then you see the stadium. The stadium looks like it should be like in like Ole Miss. Yeah, I agree with you.
Dirt roads and tractor trailers.
No, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. But definitely, I just started watching.
We'll check it out.
Definitely good, man. Anything else going in the college football landscape, gentlemen?
Nothing before the sake.
No, I think we can move on to
if you want some crab legs.
to my man's boy over here.
Cool.
Oh, Russie.
Huh?
Russie.
Who you talking about? You talking about that boy named Russ? That gang member?
Yeah, he is. Huh? That ADHD month.
Hey, man. Well, people, there was a win. If you are a fan, Russell Westbrook signed an extension.
Fan of who? You the only fan that
I
know.
Of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You're the only fan.
Hey, don't matter. You know who I am, though.
KD ain't even a fan.
Yeah, KD need a brush. For real now. Get alopecia in the middle of your head, KD. I ain't got no love for you right now.
Be on TV with mad lint balls in his
Yeah, man.
Like this.
Who pays somebody as a professional basketball player? Yo, you know what I want? I want you to put Tupac on my leg. Yo, get the hell out of here with that, man.
Who got Tupac?
KD.
KD.
He got a big ass portrait of Tupac on his calf.
Because he said,
his leg is this big.
Because he said, all eyes on me. Man, shut up, man.
Anyway,
he got Tupac from Brenda Got a Baby cover on his leg, man.
But why did he just get tattooed all eyes on me instead of putting another man face?
First of all, on your ankle, okay?
Yo, it's his whole calf.
So anyway,
well, he ain't but so big anyway.
All right, so let's get to the real,
it's
man.
It's long though.
So yeah, pause.
Yo, we gotta get through this.
Yo,
I'm
talking about he got long legs for the Portuguese ball.
Please clarify that. Pause. So listen, man. Russ signed a re-up. Russ signed a re-up. 3 years, $85.7 million. I play option for the third year. I think overall, if you look at the deal, I mean, it was great for OKC. It was a greater move for Russ in terms of business. It puts him 3 years in with a pretty good team, with a chance to sign Blake Griffin next summer. And then when he was ready, really ready to go in his prime at 30 years old, he can go if he wants to.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about I'm going to give you a chance to bring Blake Griffin here. I'm gonna give you a chance,
and I think he
did, somebody else too, but
yeah, but I think he did a legitimate job. I think what he did was, and part of the reason that I was reading a couple of people, shout out to my man Mayberry from the Oklahoma Tribune, that was talking about how that deal kind of leaves the door open, not only to get Blake, but to also offer something significant to Victor Oladipo, which again allows you to keep kind of a young core around. So I like the move. You know, I like even more the shots that he was kind of taking, or people was trying to get him into shots.
Them wasn't kind of shots. Them was shots.
Listen, but the thing is, yo, it was facts though. Everything he said was facts. It wasn't nothing that he was hiding from. That it was just like, no, this is what it is. He said, listen, Kevin made the best decision for him and his family. He's happy for him. Go do you. This is where I felt I needed to be. I didn't need to wait. This is what I want to do. Hey. It is what it is. And the thing I like too.
Kenner was taking real shots too.
Yo,
I don't know if he was going to touch that.
Yo, you my dude. And because you from Turkey, I know you got some real gangsters with you. So I know Kevin ain't going to want to test that. But,
that
yo,
life is real.
You might want to ease up a little bit. And
anybody that wears sweatpants,
have to play him.
Anybody wears like them swishy sweatpants.
Sweatpants and chancletas.
Yeah, and the big-ass coat in the wintertime.
You get it in.
And you don't care about the porn mustache?
Nope.
At all.
At all. Nope.
At all.
Don't care.
So, I mean, again, it keeps the team relevant that he's still there. Yeah. I think people are talking about so much of what's he going to do. Listen, people, they put the stats out. In 61 games without Kevin Durant, the boy averaged 28 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals.
But what was that win-loss record, though?
The win-loss was still significant. I mean, we did well. We did well without him.
I agree.
I think, again, you're talking about one of the most athletic players in the league at the point guard position that is starting to understand. I think he took a giant step last year of how to make people better.
I agree with you, but I look at OKC. I don't think they're making playoffs next year. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I don't think we are.
I just hope we're the 8th seed.
If y'all the 8th seed, then y'all
hope.
If y'all fighting for the 8th or the 9th spot, y'all should just drop so y'all can get the 9th spot.
No, I want the 8th.
But I'm going to keep it.
I want the 8th, and I know Russ do too.
I'm going to keep it 100% real. They have good offensive players, but OKC was built around 2 scorers. Two people who could get the ball in the basket no matter the situation. KD and Russ. Now, KD is gone. You have Russ. I don't see the other guy, and I like Victor Oladipo, and I like Kanter on the offensive end, but I'm talking like offensive threats that you have to worry about night in, night out for 82 games to get you to the playoff. I don't feel that they have it. They got Russ.
We don't have. I hear you, but I disagree because I feel like this. Anytime that you look across the landscape of the league, right, they're going to, especially when you have a team like OKC like we had last year, you know, KD and Russ stand out. When you look at the Clippers, Chris Paul, Blake stand out. You know, when you look at the Warriors, Steph and Clay and Draymond stand out, right? So there are always going to be those guys that you say stand out, but those aren't really just the driving forces behind that team. If you looked at Orlando and what they had last year, winning and losing set aside, Victor Oladipo was that guy every night.
I like
night in and night out.
I like Victor Oladipo, but this ain't the East. This is the West.
And that's another reason why I like him, because again, you have another athletic guard. Look, when we play your team, we need somebody else at that position that can guard C.J. McCollum.
You're 100% right, and I feel like he can do the job. On that end. But, I mean, listen, the NBA is always about the most talented team. Because in the NBA, the most talented team wins almost all of the time. Didn't happen this year.
Almost.
It didn't happen this year. But most of the time, the most talented team wins.
Why you even give him that opportunity?
No, listen, I'm really not taking a shot. I'm being absolutely 100% real. You up 3-1, you are the better team. You're supposed to win. They didn't do it. Shouts out to LBJ. Now, listen.
Hard work beats talent.
Thank you.
Right. Hard work, dedication. Now, when I look at OKC, what I see is a team with a lot of really good complementary players. That's what I see. I see if you took Kanter, or if you took Adams, if you took Victor Oladipo and you put them on teams that was just missing a little bit, it will put them over the top. But them collectively together with Russ, who is great but can be erratic, can be really heavy on the turnover side. I don't know if he can be the glue to keep those players together to get them over the hump.
You know who this lays on? This lays on Billy Donovan.
Yeah. Okay.
It lays on him. But I compare it like this. I think that we're definitely not going to be as good offensively as we was with KD. Nobody would be losing him.
No.
Right? I think we're going to be a good team in the West. But I think when you talk about comparisons and the way the game is played now, it's still a two-way game that you're going to have to play. Just like when people sit here and they talk about Chicago and they talk about all the offensive troubles that they're going to have, again, you got to look at it. Your 1 through 3 positions when you play the Bulls, you might as well just call it a bad night because they locked up. Yeah. 1 through 3, you have Rondo, Wade, and Butler. It's going to be a tough night for somebody. People downplay what the Knicks have. Again, you look at what their team had. They now have a penetrating point guard. They haven't had a penetrating point guard since Rod Strickland.
I can agree
so
with that.
Now you got a penetrating point guard. You got Melo that's a scorer. And you got 2 people down low that want to bang. Right? So now you got some of that physicality back. So it's going to be things that happens. The NBA, these guys will figure it out. They'll figure it out. What?
But on the OKC side, I think that, and this is what I think, watching Russ, I think he will find a way to be a leader. Because even when KD was out, he looked comfortable. He didn't look like he was rushing. He looked like he was taking his time.
But they didn't win. They didn't make the playoffs.
But you know what? But I think that he knew he had KD. I think that he knew he could do some stuff that, KD can back him up. I think that now he's forced to be put in a position where, listen, I have to be a leader. I got to show everybody that I can do it. I got to score and I got to slow down.
It's a perfect opportunity for him.
Yes.
It's a perfect opportunity for him to step to the forefront and really show people, because this is what I told people before watching the team. When you really saw the most out of Russ, wasn't even last year when he was doing the triple doubles. It wasn't when KD wasn't there. You know when Russ really stepped to the forefront? When they was losing to Miami and LeBron in that fourth quarter, in that game, that last game, and they couldn't stop him. And the announcer said, "This boy got 45 points in a losing effort. Who is stepping in front of him?"
Listen,
so he's putting people on notice, and now he has an opportunity to really get it done.
We know the talent that Russ has. We've seen it time in and time out. But he's always had the KD crutch.
Yeah.
Now, KD's not going to be there. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what? Listen, pressure do 2 things.
Bust pipes.
You know what I mean?
Look, my coach always said, you better be a Mario brother then. Be a plumber.
We gonna see, and I don't even know
or make diamonds
to that extent. I don't even know if it's gonna be pressure. I think Russ is gonna always be Russ, but we're gonna see what Russ is when you are the sole. Listen, when you're the sole guy, because he's the only star on that team. And when I look at the landscape of the NBA, everybody has
don't ask
multiple.
Mark Cuban that.
Well, he's an idiot.
He's an idiot.
When I look at the landscape of the NBA, every team I see has multiple stars.
Yeah.
They have 1 star. They have
just
one star.
Just one. It's going to be
tough. And he's a great one. Don't get me wrong. But LeBron could, and I hate to compare him to LeBron, but LeBron couldn't do it by himself.
Yeah.
Mike couldn't do, you need another. Yeah. He don't got to be a top 5 guy like you, but just another legit star.
I'll say this. For where OKC was just 3 weeks ago, looking at potentially not only a rebuild, a destruction of an entire franchise.
Very true.
This was everything that they possibly could do. And again, just to have the opportunity to set the table, to say, okay, Blake, somebody else, y'all could come on too. Especially Blake, you could come home.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take that opportunity any day. Either way, like I always tell y'all, I ain't going nowhere. It don't matter if nobody was there. If Cameron Payne was the point guard and we got Deion Waiters and a whole bunch of other, I'm still rocking with it. Y'all know how I get it.
If y'all can't get Blake Griffin, I know his brother is available.
Yeah.
He's still in Oklahoma somewhere.
His brother been available since he tried out for Phoenix Summer League team.
His brother been available since he left Oklahoma. Shit.
Early. And then you going to leave early Because your brother Blake, man, out of here.
Blake.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah. Well, I loved it. I loved it.
I don't,
I loved it.
Again, we're going to definitely talk, we're going to touch on some NFL because it's right around the corner. It's there. We're going to touch on the Hall of Fame and who's in and who we like and, gun-toting Marvin Harrison.
Listen, allegedly.
Yo, listen, y'all ain't going to get me say nothing about Marvin.
Nah.
That boy gangster.
That boy got bodies.
That bull.
That young bull got bodies.
He's from Philly, man.
You heard?
But again, thanks again for tuning in to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sudden.
I'm your boy, Chris G.
It's your boy, The Ruck Report.
He's out.
Cheers.